Go, Luke.
Thank you, John. What do I make it easy? Yeah, so we're basically back from previous video, obviously a few weeks ago. We've gone away with the mock-up of our lion, and then we've come back with some line work, which has progressed, and we're just going to sort of go through it now and work out if it's hitting the mark or it needs to be developed a bit further.
I'll face it that way just so you guys can see.
Yeah. So basically, at the moment, we've kept the same outline as the line here, but I feel like it needs to sort of have a bit more flow to it, similar to some of these references from the Japanese material.
The idea was to kind of really stylize the lion. We thought this was a great opportunity to create a really cool illustration that's very stylized, but I think we've probably tried to tie in the flag with the lion too much here, where we're still keeping the geometric shapes, and I would actually say it feels more like a bear than the lion at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna have to
just need to bring out some of the lion features, don't we?
Yeah, I think particularly because the lion's mane is so large and its features are so small that they kind of need to reduce down in size and have less prominence.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's just take it back a couple of steps and see where it goes on the next stage. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, go.
That's a lovely shirt you're wearing there, Dan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. One of my favourites. Yeah. So basically, we used this research and then built up a grid system of the American flag, and then incorporated some of the references in there. So yeah, that's basically it. So now we need to kind of like add more narrative and stories in there.
Yeah,
So.
it'd be nice to go a bit humorous with this, but I think it's a great start at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Coney Island, which we can add like you know, some of the circusy themes in there and a lot of interesting, quirky elements.
Yeah,
in
we
there
talked about,
from that.
and we also talked about the inspiration where we can create these kind of mini worlds within this big world, and these mini stories, things interacting with one another.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of trying to incorporate a bit of iStock and try and. I mean, this is essentially still a map. Like it's quite boring, but it's going to give us the basis that we need to kind of help build up from this point.
Yeah, how obvious do we want it to be, the American flag? Do we want it quite abstract, or?
I think it needs to be visible as a flag, but I think also it needs to also have this kind of, it's not instantly apparent, because you don't want to basically have a giant flag on your wall, and people aren't going to, I think more people would put it up if it wasn't just a massive flag instantly. So
maybe we can just bring the flag out with the use of colours.
Just
kind of keep it on this strict grid system.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
New York works on a grid system. I think
That's true.
It's going to be pretty indicative of what it is.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go away and get back in a couple of days with where we've developed.
Woo!
Guys.
Oh, you let me hang it.
Okay, we're back with the next stage in our development. Here is where we are with the two sides of the flags. You can see we're starting to introduce a bit of colour on the lion one, but we're still staying black and white in the in the USA one.
Is that because Elliot's been working on it?
I don't like colour.
Pretty much,
Keep it as bland as possible.
Bland.
So we're going to start discussing some of the things we like and we dislike about these designs.
Weren't we a bit worried that it was looking a bit like a bear beforehand, or?
Yeah, it was looking like a bear in the last round. I still think it still has a slight feeling, but
I think the colour's starting to help it. Define certain characteristics.
This side here is working more, where we're introducing more ornate, but it's building out its mane. So we should introduce that on this side, and I guess we can get some more kind of inspiration. I really like this iStock piece here. It's quite flowy, the layering of it and the tone of it as well. So
yeah, I think when we bring that into Photoshop and actually add some depth to it with some shading, it'll be quite nice.
Cool. I think it's just about kind of plugging away, developing this one more, but making sure we always have this reference of the line there, so we make sure it still feels like a line at the end of the day.
Okay, so New York side. So originally the last time we kind of had this in front of us, we were at the line work stage, and what we've done is we've taken a few of the elements to then start creating a bit more of the stories and stuff that we were talking about in the last meeting. So you can see here that there's the introduction. There's little bits of ice stock things happening and all sorts of interesting stuff, basically, all the kind of narratives and just generally starting to build it up, basically. I mean, what do you guys think so far?
I like the introduction of the kind of the food references in there, the pretzels and the burgers. We all love our food in the office, so that's a good one.
Some more than others.
Duncan.
Maybe there might be too much detail, or I was thinking maybe too much bubbles going on in this area.
I think it was just trying to make it look like it was a straw sucking up the sea.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit too messy. Like I'm not so keen on it.
Yeah, but there's some great ideas here and here with the pipe work, which suggests the kind of the network of the sewage systems or stuff like that.
Yeah.
A real kind of urban element. I love this kind of little factory thing. This element here, kind of dragging and picking up the taxi cab, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is trying to get these stripes looking like they're actually, it's like a flag. At the moment I find it's still a bit hidden away, so I mean me and Duncan were talking about adding some roads in, or even just trying to block off a big section, a dark section here to kind of give it that flag structure a bit.
I think we also, we need to follow this grid system a lot more, and maybe like in the lighter areas of the flag, we can, outline some of the illustration, and the darker areas we can fill in.
Yeah, we could use colour as well to help differentiate.
I think the elements are there. It's just going to be a case of just literally filling it up as quickly as possible, and then
Can we try and make
moving them around?
Can we make it flow a lot more as well? Like, I really like the pipe work where it can kind of things interact with one another, and you can really, it can take you through the design. Maybe we can introduce maybe the subway system in here.
Yeah.
Where that can lead you through
that
the design.
That could be really nice, yeah. Okay.
The road's a really good idea. They can pull you through. Cool.
All right.